I think it's no longer news that there's good excitement across the continent as to the potentials of technology to help leapfrog development in so many areas. And I think what we've seen in the last 8 to 10 years is an exciting development where what you call the startup community has been building across several cities in Africa. And also, these startup communities are beginning to attract all sorts of resources, from capital to expertise, to help entrepreneurs grow technology businesses, which is quite exciting for the continent. But we also understand how significant technology is changing everything we do in the world today. And in Africa, there are still key issues that I believe that we need to leverage technology to change. And you will find some of those issues in public health, in education across the continent, how we still struggle to be able to educate our young people en masse. But also, things around governance. How do we help governments use technology to provide better public goods and services? These are things that startups are unable to really solve. These are problems that startups are unable to solve. And most of the agencies and the corporations that are responsible for these challenges are large corporations that are not set up to innovate. And this is not unique to Africa. I think it's everywhere in the world. But we are at a point in the history of this continent where there's a widespread understanding that we need to find ways to efficiently leverage our opportunities. We have a pool of young people that can really become massive opportunity for the continent. We have the poor state of infrastructure means we can build smart infrastructure that can be future-proof. And also the fact that we're also trying to now figure out democracy means we can also build government institutions that can be resilient in a way. So what the Design Lab is about is bringing design into the way public agencies and large corporations think about the implementation and use of technology to solve significant problems in the society.
Boston, if we're to look at one question, why Rwanda?
Well, I think that's a fantastic question. So we started in Nigeria 8 years ago. We started the first Technology Innovation Center in Lagos, which was the location that was visited by Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook. We've had tremendous success in Lagos, but our work is now moving away from just supporting startup into more systemic issues as to how do we leverage technology to truly disrupt and make the future of Africa exciting. And I think what Rwanda has done over the last couple of years is that there's been a solid ecosystem that has been built in Rwanda that gives you the chance to actually be creative, because the Design Lab it's a research and development unit. It's a place with young creative talent, designers, software engineers, product developers. And we wanted a place in Africa that can inspire creativity. And I think Rwanda has built that platform for anyone that is willing to create solid innovation to take advantage of it. And on top of that as well, the infrastructure in the country means that Rwanda can easily serve as a test lab for us. If we create exciting solution, the government is very welcoming to innovation, so we can engage the system to test before rolling out across several African countries.
Boston, there are reports here that you are planning to invest close to $11 million in Rwanda. Tell me, can you confirm this? If yes, then how are you channeling this? Is it 5 going towards governance, the other 6 maybe towards education? I don't know, how are you planning to actually roll this out?
So I think our investment is more into research and development. So the way we do our work, and this is why we've made the claim that this is the first of its kind design lab in Africa. So most of the work we're already doing within the design team they're not clients initiated research and development. These are things that we find are important within the society. We engage the right agencies to work on them, to create solutions to them. And even when there's no funding for them, we invest our own resources into building the solution. So you mentioned education. To give you an example, for instance, we're quite keen in finding exciting ways to teach STEM education in Africa, because we see the need for us to produce more scientists and engineers on the continent. And it is a general problem all over the world, not just Africa, that young people are no longer interested in learning science. So we're investing in trying and creating solutions around digital laboratories, which are game-like environments where young people can learn physics, chemistry, where they can get excited, they can play games. While they're playing games, they're also learning to become scientists. And we can then ensure that there's growing interest amongst young people in STEM education. And this is what will lead to more engineers and scientists.
Bosun, finally, who is your primary financier, if I could just put it like that?
Yeah, so CcHUB has been business for 8 years. So we've actually had tremendous performance over the last 8 years. So our investment at the moment is coming from CcHUB as an organization. So no one is funding our activities, and this is also something we're proud of because we're making the bets on the future of the continent.